Testing, testing. Here we are, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Space, the final frontier. I am Captain Frank Lee English, and these are the voyages of the starship HMSS Imperialize. Our mission? To explore strange new worlds, to seek out new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Rousing stuff, Captain English, sir.
You really think so? I was afraid it would sound a little bit cliched. The last thing I'd want would be for anyone listening to think that was going to be representative of the quality of all our dialogue throughout this entire voyage.
Perhaps it's best not to heighten expectations too early on, boyo.
Yes, Jones. A healthy dose of self-deprecation should neutralize the mildly xenophobic nature of the mission we've been tasked with by Her Majesty, Queen of Great Britain and of the Commonwealth Realms.
Yeah, so long as we can avoid resorting to trite nationalistic jokes, we should be fine.
Yes, I absolutely agree, Sub-Lieutenant Jones. Well, I'm parched. Who's for tea? You stay here at the controls, Jones, while I navigate to the ship's kitchen facilities to acquire a refreshing beverage. The walk will give me the chance to familiarize myself with the intuitive navigation system.
Can you grab us a cup too?
Certainly, Jones. It will be my pleasure. And as good a reason as any to practice using the intuitive inventory system. I'll be on my way now, just as soon as I choose to exit this chair. If I do that, I'll have to go on a course. Sub-Lieutenant Jones!
Aye, boyo?
How do you take your tea? Milk? Sugar? Lukewarm?
Just in a cup would be lovely, thanks.
Can I get you anything else from the kitchen? A biscuit, perhaps?
Oh, I'd love a biscuit. Bring us back a Jaffa cake.
Jaffa cakes aren't biscuits, they're cakes.
How can they be cakes? Look at all the size of them.
Weren't you taught that size isn't important?
It's never been an issue for me, boyo.
Me neither. So how's the family back in old Blighty? Been keeping up with the Joneses?
Mum and Dad are fine, and Harriet's getting ready to go to uni in Swansea.
Fantastic! What's she studying?
3D computer animation.
Oh! Well, that's a degree, I guess. Don't mind me. Best stow this for now. Now, to find the kitchen. If memory serves me correct, it's just down this corridor, beyond the fourth wall. see. It's Alad's mug, isn't it? It's for my Rosie Lee. Sorry, Cockney crockery. It really takes the misery out of making tea. It really takes the misery out of making tea. Why? It's packed to the rock. Plenty to share. Mild green washing up liquid. It's an inconspicuous economy toaster. I am feeling rather peckish.
Ah! 你個死英國佬，我鎖開你隻手咯喎！
That settles it. I'm going gluten-free when I get back to Old Blighty. Surely you can't be serious. Of course, in England, they'd call it a Hoover. Best avoid that, lest we be accused of stealing gags from popular 80s aeronautical disaster comedies.
Any danger of making that tea, boyo?
Sub-Lieutenant Jones!
Aye, boyo?
Don't mind me. Awfully sorry for the delay.
Never mind, boyo. How did you manage to carry it in there without spilling any?
Well, I've just been very careful, ever since that whole Deepwater Horizon incident.
I don't really have anywhere to set this. You won't take over the controls from it until I finish. Wouldn't want to spill anything over these expensive electronics.
Ha, but of course! Why, if such a thing were to happen, we'd have a real puzzle on our hands.
Just go easy. Keep it steady.
Yes?
Preventing reserve oxygen supply.
Didn't expect that. Okay, right.
Life support systems offline.
Ooh, okay.
Commencing cabin depressurization.
Oh, no. Yes? No.
Primary starboard fuel cell jettisoned.
Oh. Right. Yes. Yes. Right.
Flight safe mode
we should have done
disabled.
that. No.
Opening rear cargo doors.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah, okay.
Daisy.
Give me your answer.
Holy cow! Ah! Look what you've done! I told you to keep it steady!
Good heavens! What a waste of perfectly good tea!
I think we should be more concerned about the irreparable damage done to the ship's steering system. Both problems, by the way, are your fault.
Look, obviously, the controls weren't calibrated to account for my superior strength. They were more sensitive than a pubescent poet. Regardless, we'll have plenty of time to argue about this now that we're stranded. Unless, of course, we can replace the controls with something else.
When you say we...
I mean the royal we. I'll sort this out. Don't move. I don't want you dribbling on anything else. Honestly, you're worse than the elderly. I would do well to study these closely in case of an emergency, like we're stranded immobile in space. Of course, it lacks the precision of a mouse and keyboard.
Have you found something to replace the controls you broke yet?
Here, plug this in. See if it works.
That isn't going to be much use without batteries, boyo.
What? Aren't they included?
And remove a superfluous hurdle present simply to prolong a problem you've long since figured out? Huh. When is that ever the case?
Now, what do we have here? Ah! Good Lord. It specifically says no rustling. No flagship worth its salt would be without a draconian list of rules to adhere to. It might fit Allard's dainty hand. I've a bit more girth. Without the right tools for the job, I'm not risking it. I'm prone to stage fright with an audience. Very odd. It appears to be stuck. With great power comes great responsibility. Here, plug this in. See if it works.
No joy, boyo.
What? Is it supposed to be plug and play?
No, boyo. You'll have to install the drivers first.
Well, can't you just download them in here?
The Wi-Fi can't reach this part of the ship. Try getting online in one of the other rooms. See if you can download the drivers onto something and bring it here.
I suppose you'll just be sitting here in the meantime.
That's how the genre works, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it is broke, well, it's probably a tedious puzzle to fix it.
The animators rather we leave it on. Less things to move. Now, to download this driver. I just need to connect to the internet first. Bingo! Found it! Very odd. It won't let me save onto the disk. Cutting-edge 20th century tech. There appears to be something stuck in the drive. I'll have to take a closer look at these safety instructions for peace of puzzle. I mean, mind. Peace of mind. Why, the humble paperclip, a staple of any adventure gamer's inventory. Let's see if prodding this around fixes anything. Aha! I can't seem to save onto it for some reason. Very odd. It won't let me save onto the disk. I can't seem to save onto it for some reason. I can't seem to save onto it for some reason. Fantastic! Now to quickly copy this driver. Whoa! Oh, sorry. Oh, gosh, is that the time? It'll be starting to get dark outside. Best check up on Alec and see if he's dried off. It's remarkable how much information can be stored on something so compact. 3.5 inches. It's compact, but still large enough to grip. If I do that, I'll have to go on a course. Sub-Lieutenant Jones! Sub-Lieutenant Jones! Allard! Wake up! Wake up, Allard! Oh, this is useless. He'll be out for hours unless I can think of another way to wake him up.
What's going on? What are you playing at, boyo?
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. It felt like someone else was in control of my inhibitions.
Just give me the driver so we can GTFO.
GTFO?
Get things functioning and online. You need to swat up in your acronyms. FFS. For future scenarios.
Sub-Lieutenant Jones!
Aye, boyo?
Would you like me to go find you a towel to dry off?
No rush, boyo. I'm enjoying this warm, moist sensation. Reminds me of simpler times huddled in my mother's womb.
Gosh, I can hardly remember what I was doing 5 minutes ago, let alone during my embryonic youth.
Well, it was a lot longer ago for you, boyo.
Hey, I'm still down with the kids. Chillax Holmes. Me and my crew keeping it radical, man.
OMG, feel totes orky for you.
Surely it would take more than a splash of Earl Grey to halt this ship. The zenith of British aeronautical engineering.
You could always give the control column a quick alternating input along the x-axis, just to ascertain if it is indeed no longer functional.
You mean jiggle the joystick left and right?
Isn't that what I said?
Your sister's studying in Swansea. Been down recently?
Not to visit her. A few of us went camping around the Gower though. It's lovely the further out of the city you go.
Yes. The further the better. Don't mind me. Here, install this, and we should be underway again.
You could have used my USB pen, you know.
What? Is that another one of your acronyms I'm supposed to know?
What? Universal Serial Bus?
Ha! Serial bus. I know you're just making that one up.
Well, boyo, I've got some good news and some bad news. Which one do you want first?
I'll take the opportunity to indulge in a fleeting moment of comfort and reassurance prior to being crippled with anxiety and fear.
Alright, boyo. Well, the good news is the drivers are installed. The bad news is that one of us is going to have to descend into the dark depths of the ship to perform the emergency systems reset procedure.
You mean turn everything off and on again?
Exactly, boyo.
Presumably I'll be the one doing the legwork, as usual.
Well, if you want, we could make it seem like you had a choice in the matter. Here, we'll flip for it. Heads or tails?
Tails never fails.
It's heads.
Blast! I can't help but feel that somehow that was always going to happen.
What fates impose that men must needs abide, it boots not to resist both wind and tide.
Gosh, the writing on this voyage just stepped up a level. That was borderline Shakespeare.
Aye, borderline.
Right, I'm off. I haven't been up here long, and already I think I've started to lose muscle density. On a more positive note, it would appear my bone density has remained unaffected. It's just like exercising at the gym, albeit without the judgment of others. If you want a job done around here, you've got to do it yourself. If you could bottle it, you'd make a fortune. It doesn't appear to be working. It has a warmth that you simply don't get with digital, especially if you burn the sleeve as well.